Welcome to the Trig race you've all been waiting for. 3 athletes will race around the track for time, each starting at a different point, and completing a full lap of the track to finish. Caden will start 0 meters horizontally from the marker. Maddie will start 90 meters horizontally from Caden, and Evie will start 180 meters horizontally from Caden. Each racer's curve will look different today, but who will win? Let's meet the contestants.
Maddie Barr, 6'5", 210, wide receiver, University of Buffalo. Go Bulls!
Evie Oki, Nike track star, 200 and 400 meter runner, world record holder, and 9 times Trig race winner.
Caden Benwell, grade 10 academic weapon, first time track star, not athletically inclined, only in the race in the spirit of mathematics. Hi, I'm Caden and I'm a negative coast graph. I'm starting at 0 meters away from the starting point, so watch me run a lap as I draw my graph. I'm at 90 now. This is my horizontal axis. Now I've made it to 180. I'm at my max value. Whew. I just finished my race and I ran it in 120 seconds.
Hi, I'm Maddie. I'm starting 90 meters away from Caden's starting point. Watch me draw my positive sign graph. I'm now at 180 and I'm at my horizontal axis. I just finished my race. I ran it in 90 seconds and I'm back at my starting point, 90 meters away from Caden's starting point.
Hi, I'm Evie. I'm starting 180 meters from Caden's starting point. Watch me draw my positive coast graph. Faster than Caden and Maddie. I'm 90 meters in, 90 meters away from Caden's start point, and I'm at my horizontal axis. I just finished my positive coast curve in 1 minute.
I'd like to proudly announce the winner of this 9th annual trigonometry function race to Evie Oki. Congratulations.
Miss Oki, how do you feel about being the only track star in this race? How do you feel about winning? Were you confident going into the race?
Yep, I was pretty confident. I mean, it was Maddie and Caden, so I was gonna win.
Sir, how did you feel about the race today?
Get off me, get off
beat
me.
by Evie Oki, the track star.
She cheated. Caden, how do you feel about your race today?
Well, you know, it was my first time ever finishing my 360 meter long, grueling race, but I'm a junior running in a senior race, so I think I'll be able to get him next year.
Here we have the race report for this year's Trig race. When we compare the racers' graphs, we were able to see where they started, how fast they ran, where they were halfway through the race, and when they finished. Starting with Caden, you can see that Caden started at 0 meters from the start line, so he starts at a negative coast. The max distance that he reaches is 180 meters from the start line. His horizontal axis is 90 meters. He passes that when he's a quarter and 3/4 into his race. The amplitude of his equation is 90, as that is the distance from the starting line to the axis. Finally, Caden's K value is 3, as he ran his race in 120 seconds, and 360 divided by 120 is 3. Caden's equation is y equals -90 cos 3x plus 90. Great race, Caden. Next, we have racer Maddie Barr, who started 90 meters away from Caden's start point. A shifted curve allowed him to run a positive sign race today. Maddie's maximum distance from Caden's start line is 180 meters, and his horizontal axis is 90, where he starts and when he is halfway through his race. Maddie's amplitude is 90 meters, and his K value is 4, as he ran his race in 90 seconds. We can see a compression in his graph compared to Caden because of this speed. Maddie's equation is y equals 90 sine 4 x minus 90 plus 90. Good job, Maddie. Finally, we have a racer, Evie Oki, who ran a positive coast curve starting 180 meters from Caden's start point. This shifts her curve significantly. Like the others, her amplitude and horizontal axis was 90 meters. Evie's speed caused her graph to compress even more than Maddie's, as she ran her lap in 60 seconds, giving her a K value of 6, and the fastest period out of all 3 runners. Her equation is y equals 90 cos 6 x minus 180 plus 90. Congrats on your win, Evie.
Amplitude, A value. The amplitude is the distance from the rest position, also known as the horizontal axis, to the maximum vertical displacement of the wave. To find the amplitude, you must half the distance from the highest point of the curve to the bottom point of the curve. Sine or cos. To determine if it is a sine curve or cos curve, you must check to see if the curve starts on the horizontal axis or if it starts at the max or min. If it starts on the horizontal axis and goes up, it is a positive sine curve. If it starts at the horizontal and goes down, it is a negative sine curve. If it starts at the min, it is a negative cos curve, and if it starts at the max, it is a positive cos graph. Period, K value. The period is the distance from the point on the horizontal before the maximum point and the point on the horizontal after the minimum point. To find the K value, you must divide 360 by the period. Phase shift, D value. The D value is the shift when the graph of the sine curve or cosine curve is shifted left or right from the usual position. The common phrase in trigonometry is that the x always lies. This means that whenever it says in your equation, it is actually the opposite. For example, if it says x minus 2, you may think that it is 2 units to the left, but it is actually 2 units to the right.
Another example of a negative cos graph in real life could be a baseball diamond. While it wouldn't be entirely accurate, it could be pretty close. For example's sake, let's say that first base and third base are 90 feet away from home plate. And let's say that second base is 180 feet away from home plate. As you were running the bases, you would start to create your negative cos graph, as you would start at home plate being 0 meters away from home plate, move up to 90 feet away from home plate, then at second base be 180 feet, and then third base back down to 90, and at home plate back down to 0. This would create your negative cos graph. And you'd have a horizontal axis of 90, a minimum of 0, and a maximum of 180. This is just another hypothetical example. Thanks for tuning in to Trig Race 2023, and we hope to see you next year at Trig Race 2024.